pulpit. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, I just put it up on the Twitter to see if I got some new followers.
Awesome.
So speaking of which, apparently I went viral. The time travel tweet went viral in Turkey because all day long today, people have been asking me what's going to happen in Turkey.
Yeah, you're like, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know Erdogan. Isn't that their dude? Their president?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't look it up. I guess I could do that. Here, let me
I think it's Erdogan, and you just say Erdogan is going to do something that people are going to disagree about.
Yeah.
Hey, Bethia, 1795. Yes, this thing is on. Yeah. Thought we'd pull back the pulpit. Somebody mentioned it yesterday, and it kind of stuck in my mind. I haven't used the pulpits much. I am quite proud of that F in front of you, Drew. That's how I roll.
It's always in front of me. Turkey's looking pretty good. They've curved out nicely. They're great.
Nice.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the answer. I just didn't get around to it because I was too busy today to respond to 100 people from Turkey wanting to know how things are going.
So Thursday, a busy day.
Yeah, strangely. I mean, I never know. Every day you wake up and it's a surprise.
Right.
I'm hoping tomorrow's a little lax because I'm trying to take it easy. But on the other hand, I can't go. Actually, we need to talk about tomorrow for the schedule, too, because it's a little screwy.
True.
I think what we ought to do is we should tentatively shoot for 9 o'clock for the movie stuff tomorrow. And the reason why is because my wife is doing another booze up, but I can't go nuts on that because I've got to ride a bike 63 miles on Saturday, and that really sucks with a hangover. Oh. So I'm gonna kind of
that would make you
a little on the light side.
Yeah, that'd make you rethink a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
so hopefully what'll happen is she wants to start it at 6, and if it gets done, like it should be done by 9, and if not, we can throw them off. I don't think my new internet connection is going to be installed by tomorrow based on the fact that nobody's contacted me about it. That's a good indicator.
Who knows? They have shown up when they tell me, so I've been happy about that. They seem on top of that. I wonder if tomorrow some awesome news is going to drop because it's one of those Fridays before a holiday. Great day to drop something that you have to drop, but you want it to melt away by Tuesday.
It's a good time for bad news, but honestly, the whole pandemic's been pretty good for bad news.
Yeah. Well, it'd be like, what's next level? What's the next thing that could happen?
Yeah. I don't know, man. At this point, there's no telling.
Yeah. Looks like, I'll give you a stock market update. Looks about flat. Down to flat.
Yeah, okay, great.
Nothing much. There you go. There's your down to flat update.
There you go.
I don't know what that was. Hitting buttons. Hitting buttons. Yeah. How's everyone doing today? No, I hit 2 songs. There we go. I think I go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to move it. We had to move this to earlier in the day today because there's like crap going on, and my internet connection is being a jerk. So I was like, I better get this in now.
Get it in.
7 o'clock. There was scheduled. So I was like, well, all right.
Yeah, and it looks like it's supposed to rain tonight. I don't know, or it's raining all the time. I need to get my lawn mowed, or it just won't happen. I'll have to hire. The next is I have to hire somebody to mow it and bale it. It's gonna be at that level.
Yeah. That's or get a flock of goats in there.
I like that idea.
Herd of goats.
That would be delightful. Yeah, I've always wanted to have like a just cow in my average just in my normal backyard in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
just see who tells on me first because it's gonna be cute.
Sounds like
people love it. Cows are basically giant dogs.
Yeah. I saw that you can embed it. One of the blogs I follow was doing that the other day, and I think that would get us over the viewer requirement because basically anybody looking at, like, if I embed this on Fark's main page.
Oh yeah, well, why not?
That'll put us up through the roof.
I love that idea. Just throw it on there. If somebody wants to click it, they can. The option's there. At least they get a little flavor for what it looks like. And
but I think all those viewers count, and that would put us up in the thousands. So, like any given hour or so, there's like between 25 and 100,000 on the main page. Usually, it's like super busy at 1 o'clock, but kind of gets a little quieter later. But yeah, so there you go. I'll be talking to Meg about that.
Okay, that'll be way cool. That'll be way cool.
That could be kind of fun.
Awesome. Well, are you ready for news?
Yeah, let's launch into it.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Coronavirus does not spread easily by touching surfaces or objects, CDC says, but it still may be possible. It doesn't sound very scientific.
So, well, they got to hedge because, that's where the science comes in, because they can't prove it doesn't, but it doesn't look like it does very easily. I mean, it looks like almost all of I guess the bad news is that means it's pretty much straight up airborne if you want to get right down to it. I mean, because, once you rule that out, it's like, well, okay.
Yeah. I'd prefer that. I don't mind that one. That's like saying there's one entrance to your house versus like I have lots of different doors you can break into.
Yeah, but it's like through the roof they got torn off.
That's
that's what they're saying basically, because airborne is pretty much the worst possible vector. And yeah, they're basically saying, and it's kind of a ballsy thing to put out there. So I think they're serious because, I mean, they know what's going to happen. They put that guidance out there and everybody's just going to start licking, subway cars and, each other and whatever. So, but anyway, yeah, it looks like it doesn't spread easily through contact, which I guess that's the good news. Like I said, the bad news is what's left over for spreading the virus. And we know it spreads easily. So there you go. But I thought that was an interesting one to throw out there.
So if we want to pick our noses, it's game on. It's all good. Stick my finger in my mouth.
I'm pretty sure that was the original title of the CDC white paper.
Exactly.
Like, pick away.
Face masks and no duty free. EU issues coronavirus air safety guidelines. Face masks and no duty free. I'm not even sure what duty is.
This is a long. Yeah, well, I
learned it from
the obvious, but no, that's exactly. I love it. So we haven't issued any guidelines in the United States yet, and I haven't seen anybody else who has. But the European Union Aviation Safety Agency has been thinking about this, and they have their preliminary version of their guidelines. The problem is, I don't think they tested any of these out. It looks basically impossible to me. So I don't know how that's to work. Now, obviously, the things that are easy, you'll have to wear a face mask through all stages of the journey. Okay, sure. You could be interviewed if you show signs of COVID. Yeah, all right. You have to say goodbye to loved ones outside the airport. Okay,
that's the same, isn't it?
So far.
For the most part?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I mean,
you got to kick them out earlier than in the past. So does that mean you're going to be checking your pass at the where? At the door? Now they're going to just change security to the door?
Well, it gets more confusing. So they also say there's going to be restrictions on hand luggage, but it doesn't say what those are. And I'm like, oh, good. So, everybody's going to have to pay for the luggage, I guess. But they're going to reserve an onboard toilet for cabin crew only. And I'm like, this must be international flights, I'm guessing, because otherwise, every flight I'm on out of Lexington's got one.
Yeah. Well, they're handing out Home Depot buckets for everyone else.
Yeah, that's good. Great. Well, that's Ryanair solution, and they're charging you $20 for a bucket. But then it gets weirder. So they want to enforce social distancing at 1.5 meters, which is 4.5 feet. But the problem with that is that means that if people actually did that while waiting in line, the line would be over 1 kilometer.
Yeah, it's just I really do believe at some point it's going to come down to they say, hey, guess what? Just like before, you're going to take some risks with everything. And here's the other thing. Whenever I flew before, I knew I was going to get sick. It wasn't any shock or surprise. That's just a fact.
It's pretty much how it comes. What I also like is they recommend respiratory etiquette, such as covering your face when sneezing. That's for the Italians.
Sneezing?
Those bastards, those guys like to just let it. But yeah, all of these things put together are possible. Like, I don't think any way they can do it. Like they said, if somebody exhibits symptoms on the plane, they get sequestered to the back with their own bathroom. And I'm like, that's not going to work. Like, I feel like these regulations are written by people that have never been on planes.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they did a first draft, give us the let's put down everything we could absolutely want. We're going to put it out there. We know we're going to get a lot of flack for it, and then we'll adjust, showing that we gave, even though it's kind of like your first contract try. It's just ridiculous up front. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dead drunk mayor lies in coffin and pretends to be a coronavirus victim to avoid arrest after breaking curfew rules to go drinking in Peru. That sounds like a vacation kind of thing. Drinking in Peru. That could be a movie.
It should be, actually. That'd be a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reality show at least. So a mayor of a small town tried to escape police. He was being busted during a lockdown. They were trying to break it up. He tried to pretend he was a corpse in a coffin. Now, what I like about this article, because it's from the Daily Mail, is there's no explanation for this, including the sentence that here, I'll read this straight up. It is not exactly clear where he and his friends were drinking or why there were open caskets close at hand.
I like how he's laying in the casket. If that's him, is that a photo of him doing it?
I don't know, actually. Let's see. It claims to be, but
it looks a little snug for him. I'm not sure you could fit that the top on that one. I think his belly's going to object to the top of that one.
Actually, I think that is a photo of him, because there's other photos down below of him at the party that he shouldn't be at.
Right.
I just like that he's like, I'm going to pretend to be dead. I'm going to jump in this coffin. This is going to totally work. It's like, no, dude, you're the mayor.
Oh, and I like the tires over here. You've got used tires in the corner over here, and then like a bowl of maybe dog food. It's a very interesting scene.
I don't know where these guys were having this party. It's weird.
Awesome party. Which swab was it? New York Governor Cuomo.
So we got the Cuomo brothers were on last night, and so they'd actually been on between the last two times we showed them. Andrew was on Chris Cuomo's show, and it was actually all serious. And I think part of the reason why it was all serious is that Chris was taking a bunch of flack for screwing around talking to his brother. Look, that's fine. It's like, that's actually why I watch this. Like, I don't need Andrew Cuomo to be asked hard questions. I also don't live in New York, so I don't give a crap. But I do like it when these guys screw around. And I think the last time when they were all serious, I think Andrew was kind of surprised by that, just based on his reaction. So we didn't run that one because it wasn't interesting. But this is the one that they did another one last night, and this one's all funny, but you can't tell. You can tell that you can tell Chris is going to pull something because he has a facial expression he has, which makes more of his teeth show. So and they're all like this bright white, so it like blinds you. You can tell Andrew doesn't see this coming until he's not entirely clear that this is a silly question until eventually it's obvious and he just starts dying. Anyway, check it out.
Had video come out before we go to break where you wanted to encourage people to get tested, and some people are afraid it's going to hurt. So you had video of it that I want to show the audience of you actually getting tested. Here it is. There's you.
What
you're kind of funny,
the hell?
And they were testing you. Now, a few questions about this process.
I'm going to puke if that happens to me.
Is it true that when you were having the test administered, you inhaled and the doctor's finger went all the way up your nose and got stuck and had to be released with a tool? Is that true? Just to deal with the record.
She wanted to comment that I have a little button nose, and she was afraid that the swab would actually hurt because it extended my nasal cavity.
The proboscis issue.
Speaking about
the worst thing ever.
Of the nose. And that's what, I understand. This is the normal swab I'm holding up here now, and for everybody at home. A very valuable object. There's only one company in the entire country that makes these up in Maine. All right, here's the swab. Is it true that this was the swab that the nurse was actually using on you, and that at first it went into your nose and disappeared, so that in scale, this was the actual swab that was being used to fit up that double-barrel shotgun that you have mounted on the front of your face?
I said I was going to be nice and sweet.
He doesn't usually break him.
And
was it this?
I was trying.
Or was it this?
Very hard.
Look, he'll be waving it around while Andrew's talking.
You know
he brings that to Sunday dinner.
I did so well on that nasal test, standing up there. She did the swab. I did not flinch. I was a cool dude in a loose mood. didn't move.
Of course
anything,
you were.
Was happy.
That swab is like a piece of lint going in that thing in your face. You haven't collected anything. It was like throwing a rock around a cave.
So not right.
Was it this? Was it this? Tell people the truth. Come on, love
That
go.
is not right.
Come on, which was
This
it?
is not
That's
love.
not right.
This is not
This
love.
is not love.
Listen, I just want to get it. I'm going to take a break because if you're not going to answer questions, I'm going to have to reset. I thought there'd be a little bit more transparency for the audience. I'll put it to them online. You know, this is the regular swab. This is what we're told disappeared in the governor's nose. And then we were told that this is what it took. We're going to take a break. When we come back, something that everybody wants to know. Second
That's
to what
pretty
I
much
just
it.
asked.
The Cuomo brothers, they definitely,
Oh, man.
they would be like, they would be great for, holy crap, man, blast my ears out. Okay, never mind. I'm moving on. No, NASA did not find evidence of a parallel universe where time runs backward. Oh, this is the story from yesterday, or a follow-up.
Yeah. So it's pretty much exactly what I said yesterday was probably the case is that, you know, they ran through the possibilities of what could be causing it. It turns out, so they did finally explain, well, they explained two things. One, they explained what could be causing it. They also explained how this article happened. So it turns out this thing was first published on a website that has a paywall, and it lets you see the first two paragraphs. And so if you didn't pay for the article, the only thing you could read was the part about the parallel universe. So everybody just cribbed their article from it and ran it. So it turns out what it actually could be causing it, what they think is most likely causing it, is particles that can't phase through the Earth, might be just trapped in ice and popping loose and then flying away. So it's either that or it's a parallel universe.
Yeah.
So you could see how there could be some confusion.
Well, after you mentioned that story, I saw it in a lot of places that people were putting it out there. But yeah, no, you can't. You can't go back in time. It doesn't happen.
Yeah. It's not that way. Or, I mean, maybe it's still possible, but it's not the most likely thing.
She gets calls and texts meant for Elon Musk. Some are pretty weird.
So the woman in the photo there
portrait's a little weird, if you ask me.
Yeah, well,
story.
so she's an actress in L.A., so that's probably a headshot.
That makes sense.
And that's why it looks weird, because in L.A. this makes perfect sense. Or for the rest of us, we're kind of like, what's going on in that picture? So she's a 25-year-old skincare consultant / actress who got a cell phone about a year ago. And basically, it turns out it was one of Elon Musk's old numbers.
Wow.
Now, the reason that this article even exists is because the person who wrote it at NPR had looked up what Elon Musk's cell phone number was, and then basically sent a text to her and then found out the whole story. So they wrote the story about this instead. And so she talks about all the things she gets, all the text she gets, which are really weird, like people that want to buy 1,000 trucks, or the IRS has a tax problem, or women that have designed their own prosthetics. But what's really interesting is that there's a bit of a mystery. So the woman who wrote this article found Elon Musk's actual cell phone number and texted him for the purposes of this article. Did he know that a woman, a 25-year-old black woman, had his old cell phone number? And he said, no, wow, that's a really old number. That's really weird. But then the pertinent second question, which is, in the course of researching this story, the NPR journalist discovered that Elon Musk has been giving out the cell phone to other people still since he's given it up. Now, what's going on there? Is it that Elon Musk is, smoking a lot of bowls, as we know he is?
Tons of bowls.
Or is he just blowing people off by giving them the wrong number? And he did not answer that question.
Well, absolutely he's doing it. It's an easy one. And plus, if it's a number then you give it with confidence. It's not like, let me write down some random numbers. And she wants to, I assume she enjoys having the phone number. She enjoys.
Well, yeah, she does. She says she spends a lot of time telling people, no, I'm not Elon Musk, but sounds like it's a hell of a lot of entertainment.
Hey, she got an article out of it. Somebody's going to be like,
totally
now she can go in. Didn't you see me as an actress? Didn't you see that I'm somewhat of a thing? Somewhat of a thing.
Look at this. And I'm available for calls if anybody's casting. And there you go.
Ankle monitors on accused violent offenders deactivated after program runs out of money. It makes sense.
Well, I had to double check this because we did this on Fark and Schnitt podcast in the fall, like way before everything, the apocalypse. But I was pretty sure, and I'm correct, it was Tennessee again. So this isn't a repeat article from last year. They let the money run out twice. And the company who ran the ankle monitors did the same thing they did the last time. They said, screw it, shut them all off. And they're like, what are we going to do? They're not paying us. So, the hell with it.
So did they say in this article who was on those GPS trackers? I'm guessing it was something like ones you don't want. Oh, well, yeah, we let a couple sex offenders just wander off wherever they wanted to and all of that.
Yeah. It says as of April 6th, that said 131 accused offenders were issued GPS trackers, and I guess that's the latest data they have because everybody's been kind of busy since April with other stuff.
So the city just didn't pay?
Yeah, and this happened twice. That happened last year, too. Same thing, too. They just shut them all off. They're, all right, fine, screw it.
Well,
what are we going to do?
What's funny is ankle monitors, when you get on one, you're charged for it. I mean, you pay for it, and I think the city probably actually turns a profit on it with whoever they're doing it with.
I would think so.
Because I mean, it's prisons. You got to make a profit off of the backs of other people. So anyway, that's interesting. I here's my guess: somebody's embezzling money in that county, and that's why the checks are bouncing. That's why they're not getting written.
And they talked their way out of it once already.
Yep.
Well, if there's a follow-up, I'll get it for next time.
Amen. Frying squad cop banned from police for life for stealing 7 fry-ups in first week of job. Fry-ups. Yeah,
first of all, that's a terrible news pun, even on the continuum of news puns. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Second of all, this was really interesting. So it turns out, how cops are, I mean, we have it in Kentucky anyway. Cops can kind of wander in and grab a donut or a snack to go or whatever, and they get them for free. Well, they had a guy who was a trainee who was basically allowed to get free meals if he lived more than 20 miles away, but apparently he lived on the edge of the zone. And his excuse was that he was close enough, but he got thrown out of the training academy because he kept on taking free freaking meals, and you're not supposed to do that.
He looks young and happy at that point. And
he's 20. He's 20 years old.
He's 20. Jeez. Sir, can you handle? Yeah, that is weird. I don't like seeing people young. Don't like it.
It's disconcerting.
Let's see. Jason Derulo appears to chip teeth during corncob drill TikTok challenge. Ouch. That does not sound good.
Yeah, I have yet to see a TikTok challenge that I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. And I don't think eating corncob off of a drill is a good idea, but watch how this plays out.
I don't know that I can watch this, but here we go.
Hey, have y'all seen this?
Yeah.
I wanted to try it. Life hack.
Always
just pretend he didn't chip it to
try it.
I always wanted to try this, yeah.
Wait, what the? All right, something happened. Why is it not giving me the video?
Hey, have y'all seen this? I've always
what in the hell are you doing, Shutterstock?
Shutterstock's being a jerk.
Get your stupid video off of me. I mean, the pain sounds real.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Why is that not playing? I need to see the video.
It sounds like everybody doesn't want to see it. So
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, you know what? They're like, that audio's fine. That's good.
It sounds like it's ear guy, and somebody's like noping out here. Okay. All right. Good.
We don't need to.
All right. Let's. This will flush. Yeah. Let's cleanse our palate with that sound.
Yeah.
Giant 3D wave sweeps over Seoul's Gangman district.
I just thought this was cool. I mean, that's literally it. I don't know how anybody managed to write an entire article about this, but just check out what it is. It's really neat.
It's a wave? Is there a video or it's this photo?
Yeah, it's a little photo. It's a moving photo.
It's a moving
photo?
Go
up to the top photo. Yeah, at least it is on mine anyway. You go to the top. There you go. Not moving.
Not moving.
Should I
stare at it longer? Oh, you know what?
No.
I know what it is. I've got the probably my stopping video from playing is probably doing it.
Yeah, there you
go.
go.
Something like that. Dang. So these waves move in this building.
Yeah, that's basically it. And it's not actually waves. They're projecting stuff on the outside.
That's a cool idea. That's a cool idea.
It's super
All
neat.
right. Down ruins everything.
I don't know.
Man pulls knife at Dollar Tree, declares he is Jesus. Police reports.
Yeah, that's the wrong order to do that in. But so I had to look this up because I was like, where the hell is Forest Park? Turns out it's a very small neighborhood in Denver, which is really interesting. But basically,
that's wild.
And it's actually not far from where my sister lives. So I think I'm going to send her this article and ask her what the hell. A man the cops were called because a man was trying to steal a toothbrush from the Dollar Tree, which, I mean, it's $1. I don't know what to say. But anyway, he tried to steal the toothbrush. I think the real problem was he pulled the knife on the employee after the employee called him out on it.
Well,
they found...
He followed him outside. It's like your dollar toothbrush. I'm guessing if this guy's claiming Jesus and he's stealing a toothbrush, the chances that this guy is homeless or homeless looking are pretty high, I'm going to say.
Yeah, or
And I'd
on
leave him
meth,
alone.
because they said when the employee approached the suspect, he threw the toothbrush at the employee and left, yelling racial slurs, as Jesus does.
Yeah.
They found the knife. He pulled a knife. Apparently the knife, I'm guessing from reading this, because it's not super detailed, so I think it was a Dollar Tree knife that he pulled on him. But basically, they pulled him over, they arrested him, and throughout the arrest, according to the police report, he declared that he was Jesus Christ. But that's not all. So what this is a whole police blotter, and so I'm reviewing this for the article, and all of a sudden they go into the next story, which was, hell, this is as good as the first one. Glitter penises ejected.
That is a title.
Yeah, police were called to a Madison Street business on May 14th, where the business owner received a suspicious package in the mail. The package she had not ordered contained a white tubular object with a spring inside. The owner concluded the object might be harmful. The reporting officer inspected the package and object and said, due to my training, expertise, and familiarity with that type of package, I was identified the package as a glitter bomb. They went ahead and remote detonated it. The package ejected several pieces of multicolored glitter shaped as penises. No one was harmed in the incident. What the hell is going on in Forest Park, man? That's some weird crap going on there.
Who do you think?
And then somebody's stealing catalytic converters.
Who writes the police blotter at a station? Do you think they have a copywriter? Do you think they have somebody, or they just throw it over to the new guy? They're like,
yeah, I don't know, actually. Yeah, this is weird stuff. And then somebody's stealing catalytic converters only.
oh, that happens. Those are expensive. Those are great things to steal.
Yeah.
That's how you feed your meth habit.
Yeah, they're portable too, I guess.
Yeah. Easy. You just cut it right off, and you've got some money. So awesome.
So
those were two great stories in one. Very nice.
Who knew that we were going to have one article that contained the phrase "glitter penis knife Jesus"? That could be a band name.
The results of buying 400 used tennis balls from eBay.
Yeah, this is pretty much what it sounds like. Just go ahead and roll it.
All right.
You know how much dogs like tennis balls, right? You ever thought about dumping 400 on them all at the same time?
It does sound awesome. Ooh, is this a dog park?
Yeah.
Nice.
400 used tennis balls.
I like that the dog knows what's in there.
Dogs know. They're like, they know it's something in there. You probably see the dog thinks there's one tennis ball in here.
Well,
You'll
I'm
need
gonna open
honey.
this.
There's 200 more in there. You...
it's not going to share.
Yeah.
Throw them. Open some chaos.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is the greatest thing ever.
Oh. How happy those puppers must have been. Now they're like, now what do we do?
Which one do we chase? How do we get all of these? They're like, oh my God, we've got to pick all these up now.
Our dogs love tennis balls so much. They love chewing them apart too, just tearing those suckers. I fear for that yard.
You should get a box of 200 and throw it in the backyard, see what happens.
Oh, absolutely, man. I didn't know you could buy those, but it makes sense if people are selling used ones. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man.
There you go.
Great stories. Yeah, it's a pupper
so that's pretty
party.
much it. Not a lot of stuff going on today, so it was a little quick, but not bad.
That's all right. Hey, I went out today. I went to the Costco. It seems like things are getting a little more in gear, but of course, nobody's offering me samples at Costco, so that's still out the door. But they seemed a little less stringent on checking things and all that. A little lighter there, I'd say.
Yeah.
So call that a win.
And I just heard back from MetroNet, so apparently they're going to try to come over or something.
Today?
I don't know. I mean, probably. It depends on how good they are. I mean, I guess today maybe, but I'll be around. I'm just going to be drinking.
I'm so excited to see how smoothly it operates. We're just going to be like, woo, be like the same.
Oh, they want to come by next Wednesday, so it's going to be another week of yelling at the kids.
Todd
but that's
will love
okay.
that.
They're used to it by now. Oh yeah, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we should put all those cuts in there. When the podcast is dropping now Wednesday nights. If you go check it out on Fark.com, you can find it there. And this one had some extra Drew internet issues, but we got the whole show in. It all worked.
Yeah, we got it.
It was all good. It was all good. So yeah, I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna hang around a fire pit tonight. Say hey to some friends from Utah and chat. And I got. Oh my gosh, I should videotape these guys for you tomorrow. Tomorrow I have the 2 most Kentucky men I've ever met delivering wood to my house. And the first 2 years they came, I had a tough time, but I've lived here long enough. I can understand what they're saying now. I can
definitely get some video.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. So I'm hopeful. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. But hope you all have a great one. Movie tomorrow, Drew. We're calling this a game day decision.
We're going to shoot for 9 o'clock. There's a possibility it might be a last-minute scratch, but we're going to try to do terrible instructional videos from the 1970s. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So if you want to learn about...
Including how to sell a woman to car.
Yep.
Is that right? That's the only one I know. What were the rest?
Yeah, that's the woman. I'm gonna take a look and dig through it a little bit, but there's how to sell to a woman, and probably a sex ed of some sort. And then I do want to include a hunter's education, and then maybe there will be an X factor we'll see in there. So,
yeah, there you go. I like it.
There's a lot of stuff. If you have any ideas, send it our way. But thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.